Hey guys, welcome back to the Rob Pop YouTube channel, your #1 pit stop for all things Eurovision this year. And it is that time again to listen to another confirmed entry for Eurovision 2025, and this time it comes courtesy of Iceland. That's right, in this video it's time to feel the vibe as Iceland's entry Roa by Vibe passes through my ears. Iceland at the moment in Eurovision are not on the best of trajectories. Since Daddy Freya it kind of has gone a little bit downhill. The last 2 years they've fallen into slightly forgettable territory with Duia and Hera Björk, as much as Hera is mother. I feel it coming. But I'm definitely interested to see whether Iceland are going to take some more chances this year, to see whether this run of non-qualification is going to inspire them to be a bit more creative. We know when they do with the likes of Atari and Daddy Freya that it does pay off. We know that Iceland have some really interesting artists in their country, so what are they sending to Basel in 2025? Well, that's what I'm about to find out, and that's what I'm just about to react to. But before we do begin, as ever, it would be amazing to remind you to subscribe to this channel. We're gathering a lovely little following in the run up to May, so if you want to come along and be one of those followers and subscribers and join me for a camp old time with many more reactions on the way, hit subscribe, give the video a like, and hit the bell for notifications every time I upload a video. It's that damn easy. But it's about time we caught a vibe. On behalf of Iceland, this is their entry for Eurovision 2025, Roa by Vibe. Let's hit play. Within about 5 seconds, this has taken more chances than the last 2 years. Is this Icelandic Jedward? This is a loud entry. I mean, they started at a 10 with this. Where is there left to go? Okay, I was kind of shocked by how the beginning was, and it was a bit like, but now we've actually just sort of settled into the chorus. Solid pop song. This is cool. It feels like fun without trying to be stupid, like it just feels like a natural kind of fun. Like just two young people enjoying themselves on stage. Yeah, take them shades off. Let us see. This is good. I'm liking this a lot more than the last few entries. Very immediately catchy. Come on, a bit of bass hunter. It does feel very Nordic, but it's not as like safe as your idea of a Nordic entry. Loving these bits. It's giving me like Fröken Snuff's entry to Melody Festival last year. Woo! Very enjoyable. I feel like that is yet another entry that feels like it could have been sent to like 2009's Eurovision. Maybe I'm just sort of connecting the strings with like Fairy Tale by Alexander Rybak, but there's so many songs this year which feel like not dated entries, but they kind of borrow from a naughty sound. This is another one that kind of does that. There were elements of bass hunter there. There were elements of that kind of Fairy Tale, like violin, string heavy kind of approach that the Nordic countries were going for. There are elements that feel kind of throwback about this, but it has been transported into 2025. And I think a big reason why this song works is actually because of the performers. They're very young, they're very vibrant, they've got a lot of energy, and they really help to sell it. And the whole thing just has this kind of young energy about it that you can't help but get behind. It's almost like if Sweden had sent Samir and Victor somewhere along the way, only with better vocals. These guys could really carry the song vocally. It wasn't vocally demanding, they weren't having to do too much with it. It was quite like a shouty, chanty vocal, which didn't require them to have wild, range, but not every song calls for that, and this didn't. It was just a natural crowd pleaser with lots of fun, lots of energy about it, a stomping beat, and I think it toed the line well between being a song that has televote appeal, but I think there is also a level of jury appeal about it as well, because I think musically it's not so obnoxious that it's like, whoa. It actually kind of, it stays within a safe enough zone that it's still compelling for someone who sort of knows what they like to hear in music. I think, as I say, like the violin and like some of the breakdown choices, the dance routines, the way that it was all very synchronized. I think there still was some jury appeal to this, that it wasn't alienating. And I think there have been some like that so far. We're talking like Tommy Cash. I don't see the jury getting on board with that at all, but I don't think they will absolutely alienate a song like this. But I definitely think it's got Televo appeal, and in such a natural way, not in a way that's like, haha, laugh at us, look at us. It's not pointing at themselves in such like an obvious way. I think it's just effortlessly fun. It's not trying too hard, it's not trying to do too much, and I think that is honestly where the charm of this song lies. Natural charisma, great stage presence, they tick many boxes, and Icelandic Jedward are doing it for me. I really liked this. Not sure where it falls in my rankings so far yet. I wouldn't say it's at the top. I would say this is probably in like the upper half. And what do I think for this at Eurovision? I think this could return Iceland to the final. I think it's just something that is just so easy to vote for. It, as I said, it's not desperately shouting for your vote, but it's just one of those songs that people are going to pick up the votes for, that the recap is going to show, and they're going to be like, oh, those two young lads in the silver outfits, oh, I remember them, that song was fun. It just has that easy vote appeal. I don't see this smashing it by any means. I don't think it's going to blow the scoreboard apart, but I think it feels like one of those comfortable finalists that will get through in like 7th place in its semi-final, come like 15th, 16th in the final. It's just got that comfortable vibe about it that is just likeable. We're talking like maybe like a Looked Out last year from Sylvester Bell. He was just a good performer, young, brought a great energy with him, some unique outfits, great choreography. This falls into that element. It's a bit more of like a silly song, a bit more of like a woo than a which Sylvester had. But I feel like the people who would have voted for that song may well vote for this, and I see it having a similar kind of finish in the final. Great choice from Iceland. I'm excited about them for the first time in a while, and that counts for something for sure. And good for them for sending the song in Icelandic as well. You know, that's always a tick in my box. Ticks, ticks, ticks. Everywhere for this entry, to be honest. But those are my opinions. What do you think? Let me know down below. Are you from Iceland, absolutely rooting for vibe? Or if it's just not the vibe for you and you're not feeling it? Always open to hearing all opinions down below. As I've already said, hit subscribe, give the video a like, and hit the bell for notifications. But for now, that does take me to the end of this video. Sending love to all of you in Iceland. All that being said, one more thing. Good night.